Hello everybody, hope everyone is doing well today. I had fun yesterday, but it seems I might have done a lot. I did enjoy it, but I was definitely tired when I signed off. I mean, I don't feel that affected today, but I did want to sleep, it seems like. I didn't wake up till about 1 Pacific. It's now about 1:30 or 2:30, so I was planning to start streaming half an hour ago, but I just spaced hard. But it happens. But yeah, back to GTNH. Hey Nat the Neko, welcome in. I hope you're doing good. Oh right. And because I basically started without fixing anything, gotta change all my window captures again. There we are. I think I had the most fun. So yesterday I yapped for. Oh, I have to fix that too. No, that's gonna cut off the edge. Okay, yeah, no, there it goes. Good. That should be just about everything. Yapped for like what 3 hours, then played 3 hours of Skyrim permadeath before my run got destroyed. I was on the end of day 3, and I was making my first hold transition. I was making my first hold transition basically, because my permadeath challenge is not only do I have to make all my stuff myself, but I have a challenge travel rule where I have to travel non-fast travel. I can use carriages if I pay the money, but if I'm not using a carriage, I have to move non-fast travel. And because I like to try to get the Creation Club plantation outside Rorikstead, it basically means unless I walk all the way back to Whiterun within the time limit, it's just better to transition hold. So I had transitioned into Markarth hold. I actually survived a couple. Sorry, I am talking about this. I am talking off topic. But I was able to transition between holds, win a little bit of a fight with bandits, and then I forgot what I died to. I'll have to look that back. But it proves that my original concept still works. All the mods that I were using work. I was able to do all my renaming, so I didn't lose track of what I created and what I was getting. I thought the run was actually going pretty well. I was almost wondering if that run was on track to hit my. I think my best run was 23 days in Skyrim without dying, with having to move holds every 3, or only being allowed to stay 3 days in a hold. But that was fun. But we're back with GTNH. Again, like always, I have not touched the server since the last time I streamed it. So everything should be just as it was. Let me see if I can deal with this. Alright, that one's just gonna die. Okay. Doesn't look like any explosions have destroyed anything. No, cookie. I could actually make cookie arrows if I wanted, finally. Sharpness, Frostwalker. I haven't scanned a cookie, but I did eat it. Oh, do I have unnatural hunger? I find it weird that for some reason my... There we go. Those messages are switched. Oh, nope, that didn't get rid of it. There it goes. What was the last thing I was working on? I hope I didn't just trash it by mistake. What was this? Cured brain. Oh, right, I made the tablet. There it is. Good. Okay. Oof. Now I know where I left off. Um, nope. Nope, that's Sano. Okay, so that's Sano, that's Eider. I did clean that out. Yep, that's all still running. That's good. Wrench, hammer, soldering crowbar. Get these ones out of the way. Solder. Or solder. Right, I forget it does that. There we go. Now I'll let that charge for a bit. Alright, so this is still working. It's got some sulfur dust, but it's not full of it, which is good. Yep. That's just turning blaze powder into sulfur. I think I was trying to get. Yeah, the reason I was starting to kind of build this out was because I was wanting to get processing lines over here set back up. Oh, didn't I got lava for this, didn't I? Yeah. So then if I repower all these, now they can make deep cobble again. I can get back to titanium, infinite titanium production. There we go. Everything sorted away. I need to turn this into some sort of processing line or refining line at some point and get drives for all that. I believe this is the output from centrifuging. Yeah, fire charges, which I still need to do. Then can't I also centrifuge down this? Saltpeter, charcoal, and sulfur dust. Or, yeah. Why is this full of carbon dust? This is full of carbon. Soda ash. I'm just confused how I was what exactly I was processing here. I know it was originally reprocessing the titanium production, magnesium chloride, but I can't place. I did something else here, and now I can't remember what it was. Okay. The idea is rebuilding things. Sorry, just trying to think through how I'm gonna set this up. Now that I'm using the A system to route stuff around. Yeah, it's out of flux dust. Which is only out because it's out of redstone. Okay. That's where I was before. I was getting sulfur because I needed it for the rubber, but the rubber's now working correctly. So yeah, I'm back to needing an additional crafter for redstone. If I'm going to get redstone from XP crafting. Since I'm here, I kind of want to poke at the dungeon. Yeah, I don't really need that. I've got a spawner for it. Okay, there's the marker for the portal. Oh, I forgot to bring more nooks. But now I at least have the tablet. Oh, you gain more for that? Rebalance shards are nice. Oh, this is the other way around to the portal. I think I was working on better armor at one point and I just never got it finished. Got in my way. Oh, I missed that one on the wall. There we go. There's another spawner gone. The problem is they get in the way. Oh, and then there was a legendary one. Trying to get rid of natural hunger, unnatural hunger debuff. There it goes. Right? No. Nope, I still have unnatural hunger. There you go. Now that's gone away. I hate those runes. I'm gonna make my way back to the portal and start remapping this. Let's try this. I'm just going to start marking every intersection. Yeah, there we go. And every intersection every empty block is the fastest way back to the portal. Bricks are explored. And I already did that too fast, but I need to get rid of this guy. There we go. Bricks are explored, and deep slate's not explored. I'm just going to use this as my new labeling technique. This one I can see is dead end. I'm just going to put a brick there, a brick here, and just keep exploring this way till I hit the dead end this way. I'll go this way for now. So I know I think I've mapped pretty much this out, but still. This area is also just a test of resources at this point. I've already been here before, but I can't remember how far if I've mapped all these legs out. And then if I have to leave, I'll just place that area I've been to, I think. I'll double check that here. But if I have to come back, I'll place a deep slate on top. Right, yep. Oh yeah, that's been explored. Here's a junction that has an unexplored leg, so I'm going to come back and explore this. Basically, I guess brick is explored / currently exploring. That's just a dead end. Your balance shards. You're just a dead end, are you? Yeah, you're a dead end. Since I can't teleport, this at least gets me a little faster way to get out of the dimension. I think I've been down here before. I didn't know those gave me a warp. Oh, right. I'm almost positive what I'm looking for can't be behind one of these. There's no other entrances to this one, right? No. Okay, call that leg completely explored. I'm gonna have to backtrack for a while. Still, you have to find the boss room. But yeah, explored. Backtrack, explored, backtrack. Alright, there's an unexplored leg. And it's a dead end. But this makes it faster. I'm gonna double check this one because I think it's just, this is just a dead end, right? Yeah. And that's a dead end. Yeah. Make sure there's no other... Yep, no other entrances. Oh, found a paint area. Yeah, this is just a dead end too, but might as well make sure I've marked everything correctly. Alright, on this way. Yep, that's. I didn't check the other knowledge room to see if it was dead-ended, but that one definitely is. Just trying to find the boss chamber. No, this looks like another dead end into a creature infestation. But I have to make sure. I'm just gonna look. Yep, no other ways out. Okay. If I didn't need primordial pearls for the last thing I really want, I wouldn't have to be in here. Grab this balance shard. Mine spiders. Yeah, just gonna set that as already explored. I think it's very rare that those have multiple entrances to those infestation rooms. Done here. Done there. Done there. And I'm already all the way back to the portal. So that means that's all explored. So I've explored everything in those two directions. From this portal entrance. I feel like I'm going to run out of hearts. Yep, that's just a dead end. Okay. If I remember, this just leads to a dead end. Yeah. I'll come back and double check that way. Because I think this is the way I was actually needing to explore. I'm going to leave the old stone. Because I think I was using stone as like, this leg's already been fully explored. That's a dead end. Grab these. And that's a dead end. Okay, so this has been completely explored. I think I'm making good time on remapping this. That's annoying. That's a dead end. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the portal for now. So I only have so long until break, and I can't really pause here. Oh, right, I should have... Well, oh wait, I can sleep in the overworld. Yeah. Let's go see what spoils I got, actually. I don't really need the instances, but at least we'll keep them, I guess. Keep extra ender pearls. I don't really need the Eldritch Eyes either, but might as well. Good on hearts. How's food doing in general? Yeah, there's enough diversity there that I'm not going to get penalized. Potion instant health, regeneration, more ender pearls. The rest of this is basically garbage. Buy some glowstone. Omnium. Paper. Do some trading. No, redstone, I do. This is the way I could generate that if I could get him to his final trade. Yeah, those are all drones. So why aren't you guys matching? I mean, oh, that's the princess. Supernatural, supernatural, yeah. Oh, and then I'm out. Pure supernatural, pure eldritch. Because I'm still trying to get the rest of the Thalmic bees. Ethereal, ethereal, supernatural, ethereal. There we go. Pures and mixed. And it is time for break. So we'll take a break here, and then we'll be back. All right. Oh, ended up picking up a emerald. I guess dredge up some redstone from this base. Shovel it over so at least the bases they can start producing more fluix while I'm doing other stuff. Oh, right. I didn't really have to clean out this base. It didn't really spawn a dumb amount of stuff. Maybe because I slept in the overworld before coming into the base? I'm unsure. And then I'll need... do... Still need an XP crafter over here to craft redstone from XP. But at least this sets up the system to deliver it to the cable production area. If I do this... Alright, I should try to refill on all my stuff. I need a primordial pearl, or I think even an uncharged one at this point. Am I out of blue slime? What else have I been eating? Yeah, probably. Mm. There it is. Couldn't see it. And then refill on monster jerky. Yeah, I know my food's still extremely lazy. But it works with almost zero power. I should double check. Is this... Yeah, this is... Oh, it did have a bit of crash out. Yeah, it did have a little bit, it looks like. But it's in recovery. Yeah, no, this is running. It's not backed up. Well, it's not backed up of soul sand. Yeah. Looks like I'm currently done with all my gene splicing. Did I process these larvae? No. Oh, I do. Yeah, I need to process these larvae, I should say. Oh, it's out of... growth medium? Hey, Andy girl, welcome in. Or Shaggy girl, sorry. I couldn't... my brain skipped the S. Shaggy girl, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. That's enzyme. I need... Yeah, I need the growth medium. Which, if I have any, it should be here. Yeah, there's a little bit. And then I need to bring water. That's lubricant. So this is heavy industrial modded Minecraft. So I have lots of production chains to deal with. And it just takes a lot of things to remember where I left something and all the steps I need to process the thing I'm currently trying to process. Um, guess the best spot... I just need to grab a tank of water, and I think... Yeah, that's my best option in this system. Put in there, that gets put into the incubator, and then I got to turn that, and that with the growth medium gets turned into liquid growth medium. Then I got to suck that back out once it's done, cycle it back in, and then I can start making drones again. Genetic engineering on bees. Oh, I did get an oblivion frame. Ooh, but they have limited durability. So good, but so hard to make. Okay, got bees running. Got re-upped on food, right? Yes. But I'm a bit low on hearts. Take my magnet off for a sec. Go to the basement. Reload my bag. Actually, I'll keep those on me. I could probably use some more stone bricks. The problem is I think they're all in the Twilight Forest. Back to the Twilight Forest base. Blech. Yep, soldering iron's fully charged. Put it back in here and pick this shulker back up. I have all my shulkers on me again. And then right here. Refill my building bag. So funny thing, even though this is a heavy industrial mod, I'm currently trying to find the boss of a magic dungeon. And it is basically the final boss of the magic mod Thaumcraft. Don't think there's another one after it in the actual mod. But the only problem is you can't see the map of the dungeon. You can't fly in the dungeon. And it's a giant labyrinth. Let's see if I map from here where this gets me. Oh, I put my magnet back on so I don't lose things. Want all these balance shards so I don't have to make them. And get out my trail markers. I'll go down that way first. I'm going to treat those markers as having been explored. Okay. Here's where things get funny. Both of these ways lead back to lead back to the portal. No, I'm gonna veto that. That's about hallway. Alright. Pretty much that's been explored. I'm gonna just do that for now. Don't want to go that way. Explore this way. Can't die as long as I've got experience. At least that's something. Right, that's a dead end. That's current exploration. That's a dead end. But I want to get these crystals. So I'm going to use this combination as my current path of exploration. I'm going to mark this as need to be explored. And this looks like a hallway to one of the dead ends, but I'll actually double check it. Yeah, that's a dead end. I'm basically maze runnering this. Right, I'm done with exploration on that leg. Start exploration on this leg. I do got to see what's on this other side of that spider web. Okay, that's a dead end. Mine spiders. Actually, is there even another direction? Yeah, I think that's a dead end. Ah, I got caught in the web. Alright, count that as explored. That's explored, that's explored. Alright, now I've backtracked to the first piece of deep slate by itself. There we go. Decent mapping system. That's a dead end. That means this is all mapped. This has got a new leg to map. But it's just a dead end. Get rid of this. Current path of travel. Really, you hit me around that? That's a dead end. No, don't need to eat two at the same time. These might just be both done. Yeah, that doesn't lead to anywhere else. And this is a dead end. And now I again back travel until I find a piece of deep slate by itself. Like here. Both those look viable. I'm going to go this way. Nope, that's just a dead end. Because the boss room should have a receptacle on it. Now I also need to eat. Because I'm getting the hunger debuffs. There we go. That's just a dead end. Harvest the balance shard. another dead end. And backtrack for an unexplored layer. There we go. That's a dead end. Actually, I think they're both dead ends, aren't they? Yep. And that's a little dead end I found before. But it's good to make sure I'm checking things. Okay, that's not good. I can't see anything. There you are. I'll have to see if... I only got one green bag out of it. I'll have to see if they can spawn without the boss room. If that's the case, then I gotta go open another one. Because the boss is the only way to guarantee a pearl for advancement. There's 2 out of 4 needed to open a portal. So the big things are I gotta get titanium processing back up and running after it exploded. Like 2 weeks ago. I still gotta go to them, actually make a rocket to get uranium. Unless I get somehow really lucky on other ways to get radon. I was thinking about the redstone duplication recipe. Machina. Is there anything non-redstone related that I could strip for Machina easily? Buttons, lever, pressure plate. It's just oak and sticks. Because I have the potentia. I just need a source of Machina to do this that isn't... Because my current source of Machina is redstone alloy, which is derived from redstone. And I already done the math. It doesn't... It's not a... It's a negative loop, not a positive loop. I think at one point I was making... No, that's where a fence is. There's fence gates. It's only one Machina, so I'd still be getting a ton of arbor and a niter. This I was doing for Sano. Yeah, I've just not found a good alternative Machina source. Okay, I need a crafter. So I'm going to XP craft redstone in that base. To make the crafter, I need a machine chassis. Yeah, I don't have any of it. Steel casing. An electrical steel plate. Yeah, doesn't know how to make electrical steel into plate. Just have to use a bending machine for that. Then I can turn this into a crafter that can do the... Yeah. 2 LV circuits. Oh, right, it needs a Z-Logic controller. I currently don't have one of those, do I? Yeah, I'm out. There we go. There's growth medium coming out. Wait, why aren't you producing redstone? Did the system run out of buckets again somehow? Because, yeah, liquid XP's full. They're not all stuck in the system somewhere. How did I run out of buckets again? They must be being destroyed by accident or something. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. There we go. Make some more buckets. And might as well grab another stack of iron plate. Because, yeah, that's backstuffed, that's backstuffed, that's backstuffed, that's backstuffed, that's backstuffed. Yeah, just didn't have enough to start producing redstone again. Just a few buckets short. that one for myself. Um, turn that 32 buckets of water into growth medium. I wonder, is there a crafter I don't need here? Yeah, I didn't have an extra crafter sitting around. Right, there's one in here. Yeah, I just need another crafter that can do XP bucket crafts. And my go-to is the Ender IO crafter. But I'm kind of short on... I can make Z-Logic controllers, I just... Where's all my parts, I guess, for them? Solarium, silicon, red alloy. Solarium plate. Oh, it's not night. So this must be armored zombies. Yeah. Hmm. I've got zombie heads sitting around here somewhere. Nope. Bones are needed. Yeah, don't have any regular zombie heads just laying around. At least not in this space. There's a stack. Yeah, and these are both filled with stacks, right? Yep. Deadly gaze. Let's see how bad my warp is. Because I know I was getting little bits of it. Oh, yeah, I've got a lot of temporary. Am I completely out of soaps? Looks like it. If I could figure out infinite access to soapstone, I would build a soap generator. Alienus, Cognus, Ordo, Sano. Might as well break down some essence. I'll grab one. one of the other one just in case I think of a use for it. But yeah, this is just half alienus, half aurum. And aurum has its other uses. Yeah, stack's only 2 jars of each. Now the other thing is Cognus. Don't have a lot or a good source. Might have to make some more bath water. Thermic alchemy. What was I breaking down into? Cognito. Book dust. Right, knowledge fragments. Yeah, it's a decent amount. And it's time for break. All right, we'll take a break here, and then we'll be back. All right. See if this process down into a bunch of cognis. Oh, I'm starving. I gotta keep track of my stats. Green or fruits and protein. Yeah, it gives me toughness. Sanitizing soap. I believe this will get rid of all my temporary, as long as I've got warp ward. Need another litmus test. Make a piece of magical litmus. Oh, and I got rid of all my normal. Now I'm just back to a decent amount of temporary. Wait, or permanent. Okay, that solved that. All right. Solarium plates. Zombie head. That'll make me the Z-Logic controller. Makes the chassis. And then for the crafter itself, auto workbench, force steel casing, the Z-Logic controller. Two LV circuits. Oh, I accidentally ordered two. Oh well. Almost done. I can set up this crafter in the Twilight Forest to make XP into redstone. Passively. When I do that. There we go. So now if I take this back to the Twilight Forest. The only other problem is I got to get this system back on the network. Or get this system on the new network. Because right now it's technically not processing anything. I need to connect this. Oh, those don't use capacitors. Bucket of XP. No. There's redstone. Right, this isn't getting power because this isn't getting power, right? Yeah. Covered cable. G2 power. Then I need LV. Yep, that's now getting power. Lock this. you're supposed to try to push anything in your output up, which will push all redstone up. But I also need to be able to insert on brown and extract buckets on blue. That extracts the bucket. Insert on brown. That starts it cycling. And I should have enough buckets, because when this back stuffs, it's gonna steal 2 buckets. All right, passive, technically infinite redstone production. The only problem is getting this all this stuff back somewhere. And I can still bring over more metal to shred, because this is also my metal shredder from the mob drops. Did I check if there was a GT tunnel or a IO conduit tunnel? That's just fluid. And that makes it item. Hmm. I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate this into the system. But got redstone being made. Molten steel. I have 51 water jars in there. Bismuth, night dust. I don't want to just feed these all into one interface, because eventually one will just back up and it will back up the whole thing. I can dump this all into the system. Hmm. Yeah, all the liquid XP is full. Trying to make the most of everything. I don't think that would work. Hmm. Let me test something. I want to test a behavior. That does kind of work like that. Okay. Extract always active on black. Yeah, that should work because blues are okay. Even though I'm crossing multiple colors, I think that all works together still. Extract on brown, but that will only go to places that allow XP buckets, which not everything that goes to brown over here is already set. Yeah, I think those do work together. Now if I go insert on black, yeah, that should all be putting into the system. But because I've made this high priority, it should always keep one in this slot. So this has a slot for sulfur and a slot for redstone. That should, if I'm correct, should never get bound up. Okay, so I can kind of set that behavior. And then if I need to, I can use this. I bet this is going to either fill up with redstone or sulfur, but I don't really care as long as there's one way for either of those to get into the system currently. Then I can also do the same for some of this when I get it all, when I get need of it. Yeah, so now that should be putting redstone into the system nonstop, as long as this gets liquid XP, which it currently is backfilled. I'll have to bring over more liquid XP for it. And then I could keep using this metal scrapping, but I got to bring over some sort of mob farm drops for it. Because that's what this is set up for, this front row. This is all the stuff you get from pretty much any mob. This is all the stuff that can be macerated from them. Glass, Chad, Grin powder, Thaumic dust in a pinch, diamond dust, string, steel dust, iron dust, gold dust. And that's the small piles of steel, which then gets crafted into full steel. Yeah, no, that's all there. Oh, I need to hook this back up. Okay, that should be sulfur and redstone. Because I've been getting my sulfur from breaking down, like, here it's breaking down blaze powder. But I could also XP craft it if I need to. There we go. It's emptying out a bunch of old excess XP tanks. Still a little annoyed that I wasn't able to get the Thumbcraft boss loot from that dungeon. Yeah, so the redstone's coming over here to make Fluix dust, which is then made into Fluix cable and covered cable. As long as this runs smooth, I should have infinite ME cable at this point. Yeah, this is still producing surface quartz for the most part. Yeah, and this has got a ton of surface quartz in it. Why does this have so much blaze powder in it? Thought I was running out. I didn't think I put that much blaze powder in it. All these are input sides for my. Okay, I'm not using EV power yet anywhere in the base. Oh, flux flu. I'm gonna retreat to the magic area. Okay, what's my course of action from here? Again, it's either space or the primordial pearl. I feel like those are my two points of progression at this point. Need to look up something real quick. I need the Outer Lands. Boss rooms. Yeah, I didn't find a boss room. That annoys me. Because, yeah, it's a big block. It would have been very obvious. Hey, Nath, welcome back. I finished mapping the Thaumcraft dungeon and it didn't have an Eldritch Champion in it. Um, hmm. Oh, I like A2. There's so many versions of A2 that I have to take this one slow because it's got the worst version of P. This is the worst version of P2P in my opinion. Um, this version of A2 has the worst P2P because it's one input to multiple outputs. A lot of other A P2Ps are just infinite. But this A2, the P2P tunnels are picky. Otherwise, I don't really mind it. I don't think there's any other issues I have with it. I have not started A2 autocrafting. I've been using a mix of passive crafting with conduits and some basic smart crafting in this one with the logistics pipes that I still have around. I've yet to build a crafting processor. Is that might have a different AE2, so nothing I'm doing might with the P2P tunnels here might apply to that. I'm also being a little extra by doing this so I can see which sides are using what if I've maxed out a side. Because this is extra. Normally people don't do built-in checkpoints. Yeah, how are you getting your Certus in that pack? I don't know Star off the I know the ideas behind Star, but I don't know its crafting, so um okay, so you have a way to get quartz sand in that pack. That is I mean, well, I guess is it like in GTNH is quartz sand a limited resource for you or can you make it infinitely? Because I'm only able to get quartz sand as a okay. I have not started Star, so I'm not or have watched any Star playthroughs yet. So I did not know how it started. Okay, so it sounds like Star is just Skyblock GTNH, which is kind of like GTNH Garden of Grind. Because yeah, oh, it's Garnet Sand for me. Or no, I was getting other stuff from Garnet Sand. Never mind. But for me, my Certus Quartz is coming from Thaumcraft Quartz Duplication. Because in this pack, I'm doing aqua vitreous quartz duplication recipe. And that's coming from the infinite nether quartz I'm producing as part of my oil peat farm production. And then just a water boiler. So I haven't in this. That's how I'm getting infinite Certus quartz in this pack. But again, I don't know what Star has and doesn't have, or what even versions of things it's on, because that's Thaumcraft 4. I don't know if Star has magic stuff or not. I do have an extra drive still. I need to be able to automate 1x components. Okay. So they've added some interesting stuff. So yeah, I none of what I'm doing I don't think helps you then. Because yeah, I never. This is the major thing about modded Minecraft. You should never trust a mod to work the same way in each pack. This is why I'm always double checking how things behave. Because the only reason I've gotten things like the long distance items pipes to work the way I want them to is using a bunch of specific behaviors together. Yeah, I mean, I feel like Star and GTNH are on a similar like difficulty level. I might be wrong about that. That's just again like my loose knowledge. Let's see. Item processor, LUV, service cards. Or I can go to two service quartz, coded circuit board. Have a circuit assembler over here? No. Mm. Okay, so yeah, Star is a. I'm guessing it runs on a newer version of Minecraft, so it can have create. Yeah, so Star is closer to a light. I guess Star is the bridge point between this and probably Terra Firma Greg, because I know Terra Firma Greg also does create. Garnet Spessartine. Right, I have these old high voltage battery buffers holding batteries for me. Oh yeah, you're all the stuff that got stuck in the system after the explosion. Because I lost so much of this logistics pipe system over here. Um, Mm-hmm. I mean, I think AE2 is great for what it does. It's just that in a lot of these text packs, because it can be so great for storage, they usually lock it behind things or make it hard to craft. So the reason why I'm trying to do passive crafting is then I don't have to have the system always crafting something, always taking up a crafting CPU. So I'm actually trying to build system all the dumb systems I can that I can just throw resources at. Is basically my plan. I think I have enough dense covered fluix still. Yeah, I've got over a stack. Um, right, I need to get this processing. How do I want to do this? I guess just bring it up and over. Get this on a power network. Get titanium running again. Triple check that I've got the right P2P tunnel because I want LV P2P. Now maybe when I put the thing on it, it reverted back. Yeah, this one's a little. This A2 is a little temperamental. Well, a lot of GTNH is temperamental. There's no doubt about that. I guess since I'm already running this as non-dense, aren't you running? Oh, did I forget? I probably forgot to fix the bottoms, didn't I? No. They have soul sand, they have lava. They should be getting power. Hmm. Lava to the side. Magma block. What do I have wrong? Why are these two not working? Oh, it's not set to 1. Circuit conditions. There we go. Screw. Okay. That's cobbled deep slate. And from there, I need macerators. Because I need cobbled deep slate dust. Yeah. Takes 32 minutes. Or 32 seconds. This takes 16 ticks. $32, 16 ticks. So 16 ticks is a little over half a tick or half a second. I have to be careful about how many amps I pull across these. Five, 6, 8, 15, 15, 16. 18. Yeah, I probably am already doing too many. Yeah, it's always interesting when a pack has better recipes for stuff. Yeah, that is 8 amps. Two, three, 8. There we go. Now I got that on 2 different circuits. I gotta remember this one's already being half used. It does look like we're coming up on the next break. I just don't want to burn any wire. Take a break here, and then we'll be back. Alright, back at it. That at least gets all the deep slate back up to production, but I need a bunch of macerators, and I think I'm going to have to order those from the old base in the overworld. Because it looks like they all blew up. Which macerators do I have on demand? Just LV. So this is about 1 a second. The problem is then it takes a macerator 32 seconds. So if I'm doing LV, it's 32 macerators to 1 block breaker. I do, and I think I was doing LV macerators. That sucks that those all got destroyed. Which would have been 8 to a block breaker. No. Double the speed for 4 times the power. I always forget the conversion in GTNH. What do I need to program a MV macerator? Grinding disc, MV motor, MV piston, MV hull, copper wire. Copper cable. There it is. Diamond grinding head. Thought I had it able to be produced here. MV piston. MV motor. 3 glass. I should teach this to this old system. So then I can order a bunch of them. Yes, other projects. Keep that moving. There's the copper cable. Drill head. Now I just need the piston and the motor. I can teach this old system how to make them. Do I have... Yeah, I got crafting cards on me. There it is. All right, kind of running. I'm starting to run out of steam for today already, sadly. But any progress is good progress. There we go. Slow, free crafting. Or next to free. I'll pull that back to the system, and then I can order them. All right, that should be long enough. And I'm going to try to order like 8 of them. Did I not set that up correctly? I made the block breaker, not the did I already have this? No. Okay, I'll let the system keep that recipe. I was just making sure I didn't accidentally double up a recipe that I already had. Alright, but I still gotta make macerator. Damn it. Okay, macerator. 2 MV circuits, 3 copper wire, a diamond. Three copper wire, the hull, the motor, and the piston. Oh, those are HE. Didn't even grab the right processors. There you go. MV circuits. Okay, now I can order advanced macerators. Now the question is, can I find enough flawless diamonds? Nope, don't have any others. What laser engraves them up? Diamond lens or any white lens. Stack of diamonds. What laser engravers do I have set up down here? Green sapphire. Cutting machine. Oh, I'm right. Unnatural hunger, right? Yeah. Okay. Don't happen to have any white lenses laying around, do I? This old base has so much junk just lying around. Oh, there's an amber lens. It does have to be an HV1. Pickle bees real quick. Ethereal, supernatural, supernatural, ethereal. Ethereal, supernatural. Nope. Don't have any in the junk pile up here. Another star lens. You count as a white lens, right? No, you count as a special lens. Hmm. No, these mostly use press plates or presses. There we go. No, that's never mind. Your LV or MV. I need an HV laser engraver. Nope. Did I teach anything to make the HV emitter component? Get as many of those going as I can. Yeah, no, this only has LV and MV. Chrome. This shouldn't be hard to make. Hmm. Yeah, and then it's just pistons and circuits. Do I have any chrome over here? Yeah, I have a little bit. No, of course it doesn't know how to make iVendor. Oh yeah, this is my bath water. One X-Go cables. Try to get this to hold a stack. So I can get through that growth medium faster. Doo -doo -doo. Alright. Sadly, I'm at my limit for today. Was a little tired from yesterday, but not bad. But today is just, if I keep pushing myself thinking at this level, it's just gonna just ruin me. Tomorrow's a bit shaky. I think I'm gonna stream once I get back home, but I have some stuff going on. So maybe 2 p.m. again. We'll see. I might be free by then, so maybe the same stream time tomorrow. And then I am still 50-50 on whether I'm doing Skyrim so the new series is going to be Skyrim Permadeath Challenge. I'm just debating whether I'm running it 1 day a week or 2 days a week. Because like I was talking about before on one of the other streams, I kind of feel like doing 2 days GTNH and 2 days whatever the second stream is. Since GTNH is really, really stripping me now. But I don't want to give up on it. So I think cutting it down to 2 days and then doing another series is in my is probably the best option. That might actually make me do more the next week. Like, I might be able to get in longer GTNH days that way. Because I do get a little lost between streams. It's hard to keep track of everything. But the plan is then at least GTNH tomorrow. And then probably Skyrim Permadeath. Saturday, Sunday. But we'll see. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.